With the GoCurrency.com sports ticker, I'm Greg Sharpe. Interim head coach Mickey Joseph met with the media today and talked about the status of quarterback Casey Thompson, who left last week's game with an arm injury.
No, because he was really beat up, on Saturday. But when I spoke with him on Sunday, he felt better, and he looked better yesterday. I mean, he's took some hits this year, so, I want to make sure I'm careful, and I'd rather say he's out than say he's in and then he don't play,
The Huskers will face Minnesota Saturday at Memorial Stadium. Kickoff set for 11 a.m. The first college football playoff poll comes out here in a few minutes. The top four are expected to be Tennessee, Georgia, Ohio State, and Michigan. We will update you on that throughout the hour. Maction returns tonight. A pair of games underway in the league with Ball State at Kent State and Buffalo set to visit Ohio. Today was the trade deadline of the National Football League. The Minnesota Vikings have traded for former Iowa tight end T.J. Hawkinson, and the Bears have acquired Steelers wideout Chase Claypool. There were a host of other moves around the league as well. After a rainout last night, the World Series continues tonight as the Phillies host the Astros, Game 3 of the Fall Classic. That series is tied at a game apiece. And in the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets today parted ways with Coach Steve Nash. The Nets are only 2-5 after their first 7 games. You need to buy or sell heavy equipment, trucks, or trailers? GoCurrency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Now get ready for Sports Highly coming up here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Left elbow with it is Gary, drives inside, spins, puts it up and in. Juwan Gary in an N1. Put him in a spin cycle and got the 2.
It's overpass shot back, Kalen Hard, kaboom! Start dreaming a little.
Return, they throw it out. It's a lateral. Williams looking to throw the football, now being chased out of the pocket and shoved out of bounds. He'll lose a dozen yards. Clear back to the 34-yard line. Williams got shoved into the Husker bench. Quentin Newsom again there, DB.
Yeah, he is all dog today.
4 seconds to go. In the corner, deep right side. Matty Kroll on the corner for 3. You betcha! Matty Kroll with a punctuation mark kick in the first half.
McKenzie, perfect pass, set to the right, launch steam, kaboom! Woohoo! Waking babies all over North Bottoms. That's 18-15, Big Red.
Finally, Griesel gets the defensive carom. Down the 4 to Lloyd, shoots the 3 on the way. Bang! A ring! Ramel Lloyd Jr. with a big 3.
How about that shot? Casey rolls, steps, throws, has a man downfield. Vokalek makes a catch. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Here are your hosts, Greg Sharpe and Jessica Coody on the Huskers Radio Network.
And welcome back. It's another show of Sports Highly, not nearly as colorful as last night's show. The costumes have been put away for another year.
I had to wash my hair because, you got to take yours off and no repercussions of it being smashed
Coach
down.
Hoiberg when he walked up.
I tried to. He said he declined my offer to wear it in the second hour.
Andrew wore your wig then for the second hour.
He thought he pulled it off, which again is it surprising that Andrew thinks he can do everything. So he thought he pulled off the wig well, and so he wore it for the second hour. And we'll keep it around here. Maybe we'll do something fun with it later on.
Sure. Yeah. We learned today from John Cook, who, by the way, will be here next hour for the volleyball show, that the volleyball team practiced yesterday in full costumes.
Wow.
And Coach Cook said he walked out, so he took a deep breath and let him do it. He goes, 20 years ago, he would not have let that happen. But he goes, what are you going to do?
It's funny, but that goes to show you, that's why the best coaches evolve, right? I mean, and how he was 20 years ago, it wouldn't have worked as a coach now.
Nope.
So it's just a perfect example of that's why he is one of the best, if not the best coach in college volleyball, because you cannot stay the same as what you were even 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's just constantly changing, and you have to stay evolving. And he is the perfect definition of that, and staying evolving and being relevant, having a program that's been successful for so long.
He said Ani Evans got his vote as the best costume. I don't know what she wore. He said you'd have to go look it up on social media. And he said Caitlin Ord was close to second. And then I think he said Kennedy Orr got special points because she wore a Vikings jersey with Cook on the back, which would be for Dalvin Cook, not John. But he said that got her points because had the right last name on the back. So
Well, the social media, the volleyball didn't tweet anything about it, so I'll have to go look on the players.
well, maybe on
profiles.
probably her personal page. But
So who is number one?
Ani Evans.
Ani, okay,
He said
I'll
that.
look up
He
Ani.
voted her the best costume. He said it was kind of funny looking out because they were all slipping around. He said they were all slipping and sliding. So he goes, I don't know how productive a practice it was, but
Sometimes that's good, like
Long
get
season.
away from it. And
long season, right?
it looks like, Ani Evans was Steph Curry.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And she had the beard and all. She drew a beard, like
That's pretty good.
a shadow beard, if you can see it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And here is Becca.
With her Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jersey.
So,
Although
there
I
you
don't think
go.
Dalvin Cook's 18. Is he, Andrew? No, he's not 18. He's 20
Oh, that was
yeah.
Kennedy. Kennedy was in that.
Kennedy Orr.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. She's from Minneapolis. She's from the
So
Twin
that's
Cities.
Kennedy. Yeah.
That's fun. So, again, Coach Cook will be here with our volleyball show coming up next hour. But that's a fun thing to do. And I think that does show something, Jessica. And I think you've got to let kids be kids certain times. And I know they've got a match tomorrow with Indiana. But I think that because you probably let them blow off a little bit of steam, it probably will help them play better.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. And you remember, it can be a lot of pressure. And sometimes you think about, again, all these student athletes are doing outside of just playing their sport. And they are great in the classroom and they volunteer. And there's just so much going on. It's nice to just, hey, let's have some fun. And, I did last week on our Cornhusker conversation, I sat down with Casey Thompson. And he talked about how he went out to the school on Monday and was playing to pick up basketball. And there's some video of it. It was in the coach's show. But it was like 12-on-1. It was like, it's just a reminder that, just going back to like, oh yeah, this is fun.
Right.
Because I think sometimes it can get to be so much, and it's like it could be a job, and there's all this, things that go into it. But like at the core of it, sports are fun, and that's what it's just. Yeah, it's always nice to go back to that. And this is a fun group, and it's a fun program, and so it's always, it might not have been productive, but I think they're going to be all right.
You got to remember, in a lot of cases, they're 18, 19, 20-year-old, still kids in a lot of ways. Yes, they're transitioning into adulthood, but you got to let them have a little bit of fun. And Halloween's a fun holiday. It really is, as we showcased last
Well,
night.
and how about Denim Dawson coming in wearing the potion hat?
That was great. Fantastic. All right, I mentioned in the ticker, first college football playoff poll is being revealed right now. They're up to the top 6. Who are you in agreement? Because in the ticker I said I think the top 4 are going to be Tennessee, Georgia, Michigan, and Ohio State. So 2 Big Ten, 2 SECs. You think are you in agreement with that?
Yeah, I think so right now. I think it's always, right now, it always is changing, right? And so they'll set the tone with what it is. But it's, for it being, I think Michigan is really good, and obviously Ohio State is. But for being established to have people that have the eye test and like the human eye and watching, like it'll be fascinating to see, okay, where you put TCU, where do you put
7th.
Illinois? They are 7th.
Yeah.
And Clemson?
We don't know 5 and 6. Clemson has not been revealed, so Clemson's obviously one of the top 6.
But to me, I think TCU has looked better than
I'm with you.
Clemson.
They've won 4 ranked.
TCU is a better football team to me if you talk about the eye test, because I think Oklahoma State is a good football
I do
team.
too.
And TCU beat the brakes off of Oklahoma. I think TCU has done enough to be convincing as far as the eye test goes, but yet
Agreed.
there's still the Clemson bias.
Right.
So Clemson gets to move. Clemson has barely squeaked by how many games so far this season?
Couple. Should have lost to Syracuse.
So
okay, so Bama,
here we go.
Bama is 6. I'm okay with that because I think they've
Yes.
looked just okay at times.
Tennessee,
That means Clemson's probably 5.
yes. And so, but I think Tennessee, Georgia is going to be fascinating.
Great game Saturday.
Because Tennessee's the real deal.
I agree.
I was doubtful of them.
I think they'll be number 1 tonight.
I don't know if they'll give them number 1. I think they'll be number 2.
Okay.
I think they'll be 2. I think Georgia will still be number 1.
I'm just disappointed that, and going back to TCU, they're 7th, so they just missed this board. They're undefeated. Bama's got a loss and a close win at Texas, right? So they got a loss and barely beat the Longhorns.
But again, that's the argument that we've had a lot of times with ESPN, and there's a bias there. I mean, there's absolutely a bias there. There's a bias for the SEC. There's a bias for, Michigan is 5?
Wow.
So TCU's going to be in the top. No, sorry.
Clemson.
Clemson's going to. Clemson has not looked convincing at all.
Man.
But so again, going back to Clemson is a bias. There's a SEC bias for the Alabama for all. Where's A&M? I'm sure they're up there in the top 8.
I didn't jot everything down yet.
Or Ole Miss. One of them is probably up there.
LSU's 10th.
Yeah. Again, it's just I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it.
Yeah, somebody's got some explaining to do on not having Michigan in the top 4. Now, hey, Michigan had a easy non-conference schedule, which that's probably what's holding them back. But if you just watch the eye test, Michigan is a dominant football team along the line of scrimmages. In fact, I think they might beat Ohio State again this year. But so it's going to be. I was wrong. My ticker was wrong. So it's going to be Clemson in the top 4. Clemson will probably be number 4. But I'm with you. If I'm on that committee, Clemson is not in my top 4. But they are here.
Wow, there they are, number 4. I don't think they've looked good. They've barely. I mean, DJ Doodoo. I mean, that's what we've called
Andrew's
him.
guy.
Andrew's favorite quarterback in all of college football. I mean, he had to get benched. They've squeaked by. They have not looked good. So again, going back to what have these teams done and what does their resume look like? To me, I just don't think Clemson is worthy of that number 4 spot right now.
I'm with you. And the lack of strength in the ACC is probably going to cost them. I don't know that they stay in even though they're undefeated, but a lot of football still to be played. This is the first time the poll has come out. We're into November now. This is kind of the make or break month for a lot of that. Adam Rittenberg from ESPN.com, who we have on from time to time here on Sports Nightly, just tweeted Jessica like this. He goes, "It's ridiculous that TCU is 7. Committee's love affair with Alabama continues." And he's right.
Yeah.
TCU has 4 ranked wins. Georgia's 3, by the way. So
wow.
That means Ohio State and Tennessee are your 1 and your 2s. I think Tennessee, TCU is the one that is not getting enough respect in this thing, and Clemson, in my eyes, is getting too much respect. I'll pull the full thing, and we'll get into in the next segment about where everybody else is.
And to me, all of this is silly. Like they're doing this for ratings and to have talking points, and it's all to drive all of it up. And so to me, and none of this matters because
True.
You know what? Here this week, all of this is going to change because Georgia and Tennessee play each other.
Right.
And so, but you know what? Sometimes they say if SEC teams plays another SEC team close, it helps them, even though they lose. You know, but it just to me, it changes every week. People beat, and there's so much. I know it's fun to talk about, but to me, it's like, oh, Tennessee is number 1. There you go. Ohio State number 2.
And think about when it expands to 12, how much chatter it's going to get. It's going to get a ton, and there's going to be so many teams that are going to hit this time of the year, Jessica, and they're going to go, man, if we just win this game, this game, and this game, we're going to be in the playoff. I think that's really cool for the sport. I really do.
It will be. And it'll, as much as people think it will take away from the regular season, I think it will
add to it.
It might, as far as like, oh, you got to win every game. No, but I think it will make things more interesting in November. And a lot more could come down on the line where you are playing, even though you have 2 losses early in the season, you still might be absolutely playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah, as I mentioned, LSU is 10th, even though they have 2 losses, one of those coming to Florida State. And here they are, 2 losses, and they've worked their way. And they play Bama this week at home, so they would have a chance to move up a little bit. All right, so it's out. If you have some thoughts about the playoff poll, the first of, about a half a dozen that are going to happen between now and when we decide who plays in the playoff in late December, 402-413-2400. Going to get into some Mickey Joseph press conference clips from today. I had the little clip about Casey Thompson did not practice today. They held him out. They split the reps up evenly between Chubba Purdy and Logan Smothers. But it doesn't sound like it's a season ender for Casey. Do you get that feeling? I think he's going to play again this season. I don't know about this week, but I think he does play again this season.
I got the feeling it wasn't season ending on Saturday, just for him to come out and have his shoulder pads on. And a lot of times when it's serious, they either don't come back out or they come out not in their pads. And he's so tough, and he wants to be out there so badly. I mean, how many times have we seen him go down? There have been multiple times that we've said on the broadcast, uh-oh, that might be bad. But he comes right back up. I mean, I'll never forget, it was at Purdue. He got hit pretty badly. He got the breath knocked out of him, and he was on all fours and just trying to catch his breath. Boy, he shot back up and ran back over, and, okay, what do we got to do? I mean, he's so tough. He has taken the hits. I absolutely didn't think once I saw him come back out and saw his demeanor on the sideline on Saturday, I didn't think it was season ending. So I think it'll absolutely be day to day. And how does that affect his throwing motion? And so you give him some time to not throw it and take some days off. But you trust Casey because he's been that guy. He studies film so well. He knows the offense. He knows what he's supposed to do. So it's not like you worry about him missing practice all week. And it might even help because now you get your backups ready because they're taking all the reps. And so you give him time to rest, recuperate, and then you see how he is, and can he throw it on Friday? And I think I think it's true that it's day to day. I don't think he's blowing smoke. I don't think it's gamesmanship. I think it actually legitimately is day to day, and how will Casey feel on Friday and Saturday morning?
It's a great way to look at it because he's not practicing. It does allow Chubba and Logan to get snaps. And if Casey's ready to go by Saturday, great. You've helped your backups also get ready.
Yeah.
Which was kind of evident last week that Chubba wasn't ready to play last week.
And I think at this point, Casey knows the offense. You can trust him not having practice all week to be able to know what to do without having the reps in practice, but just having the mental. Because it's so, you always talk about mental reps, right? But there's certain kinds of players that can do that. And a lot of times the mature, experienced players like Casey Thompson, who's played a lot of football, can handle that. And some of the younger players have a harder time doing those mental reps and being still ready to go. And so I think for, guys that, need that actual physical going through all of the actual reps, I think it'll be good for those guys, and they'll be ready to go. And just being able to manage and just knowing the situations and all of that. But you don't worry about Casey being ready to go, not having those reps throughout the week.
Folks, buckle up. Put that phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. So just an hour of Jessica and I tonight, then we'll hand it off to John Bader and John Cook, the volleyball show, in hour number 2. We have a lot of coaches shows this week. We had Coach Hoiberg in last night, Coach Cook tonight, Coach Williams tomorrow night, and Travis Fisher will be with us in our football show on Thursday night. Looking forward to talking to him, talk about those defensive backs, particularly those corners and nickels that he deals with in a large part. 402-413-2400. That's the number if you want to be a part of the program with a comment or a text. Either way, we can certainly get that on the air and answer whatever you have on your mind tonight. It is our Sports Sunday hotline, which is brought to you by Woodhouse, where you can shop your way from one of the 16 convenient locations or online at woodhouse.com anytime. With 18 brands and a huge selection of pre-owned, you can always find what you are looking for with Woodhouse. Back with more of the show coming up.
A DUI is everything you didn't prepare for. You did not save for it. You did not train for it. You did not go to school for it. You did not raise your family or buy a house or get a job for it. It is not your life goal or a dream come true. You have planned for everything in your life. You did not plan for a DUI. Get a ride. A DUI costs more than you think.
Brought to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Bump set to the left, Maddie Kubik blocked back. Great cover by Kenzie. Right side roll shot, Whitney Lonstein not down. Illinois feeds left. Raina Terry blocked back.
Whitney Lonstein. Becca Allen. All of these blocks by Nebraska opponents are getting covered.
Hey, Huskers fans, tomorrow, join us as Huskers volleyball takes on the Indiana Hoosiers at the Devaney. John Baylor and Lauren Cook West take to the airwaves at 7:30 p.m. Tune into your local affiliate or at Huskers.com or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
Get ready again for some Nebraska farm facts. When there's work to be done, Nebraska soybeans are on the job in many of your everyday products. In fact, Nebraska soybeans are hard at work in Goodyear tires, Ford cars and trucks, Skechers shoes, asphalt, fuels, lubricants, name brand paints and stains, and more. Soybeans are an innovative replacement for petroleum, leading to more sustainable products all over the world. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Touchdown, Nebraska!
If you're doing business in Nebraska, the best way to connect your organization with the excitement surrounding the Huskers is through a partnership with Nebraska Athletics. You can take your business to the next level by reaching loyal Husker fans through in-venue signage, digital and social media, radio advertising, and more.
Got it!
Join the Husker team today and email partners@huskers.com to learn more about opportunities to connect with Husker Nation. That's partners@huskers.com.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska exists to be there with you. They are rooting for the schools and teachers who make our communities great. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is proud to sponsor Touchdowns for Teachers and ask Husker fans to nominate outstanding educators who help Nebraska students reach their potential. If there's a teacher you want to recognize for the impact they've made in your community, find a nomination form at huskers.com/touchdowns-for-teachers.
Look, honey, it's a falling star. Let's make a holiday wish.
No, that's a satellite.
Oh, there's another.
No, airplane.
So what are we supposed to wish on?
Let's enter non-winning Nebraska Lottery Holiday Wishes 2X, 10X, or 20X scratch tickets for a chance to win $1, $5, or $10,000. It's the Holiday Wishes Second Chance promotion.
Now the one over there has to be a falling star.
Yeah, sorry, bottle rocket fired off by the college kid next door.
Promotion ends January 4th, 2023. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Bank of the West is offering the first checking account designed for climate action. It gives back 1% of the account's net revenue to the planet at no cost to you. Shows you the estimated carbon impact of debit card purchases. And there's no minimum balance required. Learn more at bankofthewest.com/1%. Additional conditions apply. Member FDIC.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Every day, Central Valley Ag works with our farmers to feed a hungry planet. CVA's Avail T5 uses patented polymer technology to optimize phosphorus performance, making crops healthier and boosting yields while reducing phosphorus loss to the environment. Register to win 160 acres of T5 treatment, valued at over $1,500, when you go online to cvacoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
There's a call on the field for a quality seed specific to where you farm. Make the right call with Prairie Valley. With local research in 8 regions throughout Nebraska, Prairie Valley performs with their locally specific hybrids and varieties while achieving the highest quality and yield. No matter where you farm in Nebraska, Prairie Valley has the seed for where you are. Find a local dealer and learn more about the seed for where you are at prairievalleyseeds.com.
Farmers Mutual of Nebraska is proud to support Husker athletics. Having a confident teammate beside you makes all the difference when it comes to protecting what matters most. With a proven track record of dependable coverage, unmatched financial strength, and a prompt claim service team right here in Nebraska, that's insurance kept local. Visit FMNE.com to contact an agent for a quote today. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
We're back inside our Huskers Radio Network broadcast center. It is sponsored by Acres, the Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres solutions for every field. Greg Sharpe, Jessica Coody with you. It is a Tuesday night, Sports Nightly here on the Huskers Radio Network. Time now for the GoCurrency.com Husker football practice report. Mickey Joseph with his weekly press conference earlier today. And he just started off with some thoughts about the weekend and now getting ready for Minnesota.
Tough loss on Saturday. You know, the boys really hurt after this one, so the coaches. But this week we just had to get back to work. You know, I'm confident that they'll come back and bounce back this week. We talked this morning, and they guarantee me that they're still ready to go. They're ready to get after it. and be the best team on Saturday. This time of year, you know, we're dealing with a lot of injuries. So we have the next man up mentality like we talk about every week. You know, and in this conference, you know, you seen it last week with Illinois, you got to play 60 minutes of solid football. And we show lapses of doing it. But to win games, you got to play a full 60 minutes. That's what we got to get the guys to do. Play the full 60 minutes.
And I don't know that this team has really done that. Even go back to the wins over Indiana and Rutgers. That wasn't a complete game, either one.
I've had conversations last week, talked to Casey this week, today actually sat down with Miles Farmer. And it is like they've had streaks, but they have not put together a full game of playing complementary football. And that's what they need to get to, because it's just sometimes the defense looks really good and the offense is down. And I understand that it's like sometimes you got to pick each other up, but they just have not put 4 quarters together. And so there's sometimes they start slow, there's sometimes they have come out of the halftime and are good, but it's putting together 4 quarters of football. And I think they think if they're close and they've seen some streaks of playing some good football, but I think they believe that they're close to that. And I know that word close is not a good word, but I do think that this team thinks that they are close to that. They just got to put it all together.
He was obviously asked more about Casey. Where is he? Has there a chance to play this week? What's the injury? Here were his thoughts.
Right now, you know, it was a look at nerve in his elbow. So right now he's day to day. You know, I just wanted to hold him out today and let him see the doctors. He's seen the doctors yesterday. Let him see him again today and see where he's at tomorrow.
I saw Casey today and around the facility. Again, good demeanor, was around, you know, so I think be cautious with it. There's no need to rush him back. You know what he can do. He's a veteran guy. He's played a lot of football. He knows his offense like the back of his hand. He studies film like crazy. And so I think, you know, and a good opportunity for those backups to get some reps. So no need to push it. See how it goes. If he can't throw it, then yeah, you don't want to risk it, but let him have some time to see how that thing you know, heals over the next few days. Because sometimes it can go fast. It just depends on the person. Sometimes it can be in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Sometimes it might take a week. You never know.
If it's a nerve, yeah, it can just kind of calm down. The inflammation can go down, and it's good in a couple of days. So let him not throw the football for a few days and see if his arm will bounce back. The backup was Chubba Purdy. He played the entire second half against Illinois and really had a tough time. He just didn't look very comfortable out there. And Mickey Joseph said it's kind of an emotional thing with Chubba. They got to get him to calm down a little bit. Here's Coach Joseph.
He plays nervous sometimes, and I just want him to breathe and calm down, because he plays better. If you go back to his high school film, he's playing with a lot of confidence. You can go back and watch that. You can see him playing with poise. He's got to have more poise behind the center when he goes in the game. He wants to make a play so bad that, you know, he makes a bad play. And he's not trying, he just makes a bad play. So we got to calm him down. We got to do a better job as coaches to get him ready. And it starts with me.
And probably some of that, too, is knowing that you're not the guy. And when you go in there, a lot of times it could be happening quickly, where there's been several times where Casey's gone into the tent, and then the defense forces a quick 3 and out. And it gives you 3 plays, Chubba 3 plays to get ready to run out there. And then you're thinking, oh, I can't make a mistake. I can't mess this up. It's hard to, I would think it would be hard to, you know, come off the bench almost cold like that. I mean, I know you got to stay ready at all times, but again, he's a young guy. He's a redshirt freshman. He's only played 1 year and hasn't really played a lot of college football. So, you know, you got to stay ready. But it just, yeah, I mean, I can only imagine like just running out there, not wanting to make a mistake a lot of times leads to making a mistake.
And that's why I think if he's the guy Saturday, I think he'll play much better, because he'll have a whole week to let it sink in, prepare himself mentally instead of just quickly grabbing the helmet and going out there and playing. So I think he'll be better. He'll be more settled. Because
it was a shock, because again, you know, this offense had started to find a rhythm. And so it was like, okay, we got stuff going. There's some guys coming open. We're going to settle in. And they had a lot of confidence. And then all of a sudden, boom, Casey goes down, and it's just a shock to the system. So, yeah, I think knowing now whether Casey can go or not go, at least at this point, you're preparing the whole week like you are the guy.
Buckle up, put that phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. All right, this is Coach Joseph's first time ever coaching in the Big Ten Conference. So he was asked today by the media, what are your impressions? What have you learned about the league, just a couple of games now into your coaching tenure in this conference?
They're 23 and 24 years old. I came from the SEC. So when you looked at the SEC depth chart, if you've seen a whole bunch of juniors, that means it's a pretty good football team. But when you see a whole bunch of juniors and seniors, that means they've been in the program for a long time. They're a pretty good team. And, you got 5, 6-year seniors this week starting for Minnesota. It's another 6-year quarterback that we're going against. That's unheard of. That's not happening in that other conference. So it's just an older league, but this league execute, and they don't make many mistakes. It's a well-coached league.
It really is, and there's so many programs that it is about the system, and it's not, it is about developing and buying into a certain system that what they do is what they do. I mean, even look at Illinois, look at Minnesota. I mean, it is what they do, and it's what they've done.
And then you mix in the COVID stuff, and everybody's getting that extra year. It just makes college football players, and basketball and other sports too, that much older. I mean, you're not dealing with a lot of 19, 20-year-olds that are playing a lot right now. It is, as Mickey said, 23, 24-year-old guys. And here you go again this week. We're going to get to Tanner Morgan here in just a little bit. Another 6-year quarterback that Nebraska has to deal with here this week. But before we get to the cut on Tanner Morgan, Mo Ibrahim's the terrific back for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. We saw a good one last week in Chase Brown. Here's Mickey talking about Mo.
He's a monster, man. He runs low to the ground. He gets his pads down, and he finishes runs. And that's we saw that last week. Now we're gonna see it again this week. And that's one thing about this league. This league have some backs. He's a tough kid, and we got to game tackle him. A one-on-one tackle, something he probably run through that. He's got big tree trunks. You see how he's built? He's a good-looking dude.
He's a really good back. He's one of the top 2 or 3 backs in this conference. In some ways, I think he's a little bit more durable even than Chase Brown, and maybe even a little bit higher end than what Chase Brown, who certainly gave the Huskers and is giving everybody fits this year. All right, now to Tanner Morgan, the 6th-year starting quarterback for Minnesota. Let's hear what Mickey thinks about this guy that they'll face on Saturday.
Yes, I think what he gets the ball out quick. But he managed the offense. He gets them in the right run plays. He's been in the system with 6 years, right? I mean, he's a really good quarterback, and that's what you're facing. You're facing another guy that's going to manage the offense and get them in the right plays and not make mistakes with the football.
So those were some of the highlights of Mickey's press conference today. A lot of questions about Chubba and getting him ready, or Logan. And, again, he did say today, anyway, that they split the reps up between Logan and Chubba. We've had some text questions from folks saying, do the backups really not get reps? They get reps. They just don't get as many as the ones get. And that's true of any football team at any level. Your ones are going to get a lot more reps than your twos. And so I think people maybe are getting hung up on that a little bit.
I misunderstood the quote that was said. I think I saw a tweet or something, because I didn't hear the press conference that the backups didn't get reps. But yeah, I mean, no, it's still, and again, you're talking about young guys that have not been in certain situations, that it's just so different when you're talking about Casey Thompson, who's been a starter, who's played in a lot of football games, compared to Logan and Chubba, who have not. It's just you cannot put a value on experience and actually getting out there and playing in those games.
So that's our practice report presented by Currency. Does your business need quick, easy, secure financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. All right, 402-413-2400. That's the number if you want to be a part of the show with a call or a text. We got a couple of texts coming in that we'll get to in the next segment. Also, time to tell you that to go visit a participating AGCO dealer by this Friday. So just a couple more days to get yourself entered for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Nebraska-Wisconsin game. That's the last home game of the year on November the 19th. That will include a pregame tailgate party. Go see your participating AGCO location across the state. You could be a winner this season. More of the show coming up next.
Find your next truck at Woodhouse Buick GMC. No matter where you're heading or what tasks need tackling, there's a premium and capable GMC truck that's perfect for you. Make a statement on the job site. out on the town, or wherever life leads you in the powerful and distinctive Sierra 1500, or elevate your driving experience in the adventurous and innovative Canyon. Explore our inventory online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com or visit our indoor showroom today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a call on the field for a quality seed specific to where you farm. Make the right call with Prairie Valley. With local research in 8 regions throughout Nebraska, Prairie Valley performs with their locally specific hybrids and varieties while achieving the highest quality and yield. No matter where you farm in Nebraska, Prairie Valley has the seed for where you are. Find a local dealer and learn more about the seed for where you are at prairievalleyseeds.com.
Let Shelter Insurance get you in the game this football season. The Nebraska Huskers are gearing up for another big year, and this is your chance to win tickets from Shelter Insurance and the Husker Radio Network. Contact a Nebraska Shelter agent, and they'll register you for a chance to win tickets to one of 4 home football games this season. Only Shelter agents can register you, so call, email, or drop by for your chance to win. Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com/Huskers and ask them to register you to win.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The thoughtfully redesigned 2023 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance, more than Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. The 2023 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of June 2022. Duteau Subaru in Lincoln and DuteauSubaru.com.
Nebraska Innovation Campus creates partnerships between business and the University of Nebraska. Partners lease office space, laboratories, pilot plants, and greenhouses, all centrally located with easy access to University of Nebraska talent and resources. Nebraska Innovation Campus, creating spaces and culture that inspire. Learn more at innovate.unl.edu.
More Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic care first. Studies show that chiropractic is safe, drug-free, and the most effective treatment option for back, neck, and joint pain. It can also help patients of all ages reduce migraines, improve mobility, and maximize athletic performance. Keep the entire family healthy and active with natural, cost-effective chiropractic care. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear gas prices, go take a hike. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. The Toyota hybrid lineup brings efficiency with power, savings with style, and top-notch tech to keep you connected. Not to mention plush premium interiors and the most advanced Toyota safety features. So, now you know who you're talking to. Toyota, the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. Toyota, the brand with a hybrid or electric vehicle for every driver. Toyota, the brand that helps save you money at the pump. Now, let me ask you a question, dear gas prices. You really think you can stand in the way of the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years? Think again. Toyota Hybrids. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer estimate CY 2000 through 2021 sales.
As the Huskers head to halftime, Frank is off the couch and headed for the fridge. Ooh, but he can't make it because he is so cold. The furnace is out again. SOS, he screams, and calls SOS Heating and Cooling, his favorite Luxair dealer trusted since 1950. With Luxair, you get a free 10-year labor warranty with a new system. SOS Heating and Cooling.
SOS to the rescue. SOS.
Beardmore Subaru celebrates Nebraska volleyball again this season. 5 national championships, 47 All-Americans, and a home sellout streak dating back to 2001. The longest streak for any women's sport in NCAA history. Beardmore Subaru has been a proud supporter of Husker volleyball for more than 10 years. Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue has the new Subaru Outback Wilderness, loaded with off-road ready upgrades, and the new Solterra, Subaru's first ever all-electric and all-wheel drive vehicle. Go Big Red.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red. Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, it is sponsored by Acres, the Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres solutions for every field. Greg Sharpe, Jessica Coody with you till the top of the hour. Our volleyball show coming up in hour number 2. Head coach John Cook will be here to take your comments, calls, questions in hour 2. 402-413-2400, the number to call or fire off a text. Got a couple of texts coming in. Jim in Columbus says, folks, we are on the right track with Mickey. If most people, or I should say fans, can't see that, they're not watching, there are some good things happening with this team. I don't disagree with that at all. I think Mickey has done a really good job. I think Bill Bush has done a really good job. Obviously, that game Saturday flipped on the injury to Casey Thompson, and that it's woulda, coulda, shoulda, and I get all that, but it would have been interesting to see if Casey doesn't go down, what that game would have looked like.
Yeah, I've said it all, well, last night and today. I mean, sitting down there and listening to how things were unfolding with the offense, they had a lot of confidence. Players were coming open. The plays, everything they had drawn up was working. You know, Casey missed a couple. There was a couple of things, but they were figuring some things out. And I think that, yeah, things are going to keep rolling, and you never, and again, it's one of those things you have to next man up, and things are going to happen in games, and you have to be ready to respond to that. But, you know, I think that the offense was rolling, and you have to give credit to the defense. I mean, they're, again, going back to what Mickey told me at halftime, that we gave them what they got in the first half. I mean, with the turnovers, and they gave up 6 points right in the second. I mean,
2 field goals.
The way that this defense comes off the field, even after that first touchdown. I mean, the first couple of weeks they were down and out when that would happen, but they never lost faith. They made some adjustments. They believed, and the confidence is there. It's just the way that they've bought in and the belief that's there. Yeah, you have to give a head nod to Mickey Joseph and Bill Bush, and Mickey putting Bill Bush in charge of those things.
Nebraska 811 says go dig red. Before you dig, always call or click 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free. It's easy. It's the law. I do have a text. I don't know if this is so much the coaches or the players, but it seems like they can never adjust to the other team when they make their adjustment. I don't know that I agree with that. I think we've seen Bill Bush make some nice adjustments this season, and again, I think what's probably burned in everybody's mind, Jessica, is the second half offensively. It was a mess. There's no doubt. Once he went out, the offense did come unplugged. So that, I think you have to kind of throw that away. But I think the defense in particular has made some adjustments.
You have to remember too, and again, yes, the backup quarterbacks have to stay ready, but there's a lot that goes in to chemistry, and Casey and Trey both have played a lot of. They have thrown a lot of balls together. I mean, go back. There's the conversation that I had with Casey and how they stay after practice, and they made a goal. The first time that they threw together, they only dropped like 2 passes. They had 2 incompletions. So from then on out, every time they threw together, which again they stay after practice a lot of times, they get extra work in. They worked out together in the summer. And they made a goal that they never wanted to have an incompletion. So there's just a chemistry that's developed there between the quarterback and wide receiver, arguably one of the best wide receivers in college football this year. And it's just so different when you ask, you know, again, a young quarterback to step into that situation. I think Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. I think that the adjustments were happening, and then Casey goes down, and so yeah. And then I think the defense absolutely were making adjustments. After that first touchdown, they went to the whiteboard. Hey, if this happens again, this is what we're going to do, and then they locked it down. So, and then coming out of Purdue at half, they did much better against the run. I think they've absolutely been making adjustments throughout the game.
Folks, if the Huskers return the first or second half opening kick for a touchdown, you could be a winner of a $54,000 credit on a new vehicle from any Woodhouse Auto Family dealership this season. A contestant chosen weekly. Go to huskers.com/Woodhouse for official rules and how to enter. 402-413-2400. Slip in our final break. Back to wrap up tonight's show next.
It's harvest special time, and you can save $3 per foot or $3,900 per quarter-mile system now on a T&L pivot system. Pivots worked long hours this season battling dry weather to save top-dollar corn and soybean crops. But did your pivots work like no other? If not, it's time to invest in a reliable, safe, low-maintenance T&L irrigation system. Hydrostatic drives move these durable workhorses continuously across fields. So get an irrigation system that works as hard as you do. Contact T&L Irrigation, your local T&L dealer, or visit us online at TLIRR.com. T&L irrigation systems like no other.
One of the best Thanksgiving traditions is football, and this year one of the best ways to celebrate that tradition is to hit the road with the Huskers and AAA. This year's annual Black Friday game will be played in Iowa City, and AAA is giving Huskers fans a chance to win a road trip package, including 2 game tickets, a gas card, and hotel accommodations. Enter now for a chance to win at huskers.com/AAA road trip. Again, that's huskers.com/AAA road trip. Expect something more with AAA.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The thoughtfully redesigned 2023 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance, more than Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. The 2023 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of June 2022. Duteau Subaru in Lincoln and DuteauSubaru.com.
While some seed companies put a greater stake in stock prices and anonymous shareholders, Rob Seco knows that what's important to you hits closer to home. That's why you'll find we're focused on your needs. With a simplicity that makes us easy to do business with, a relationship that makes it easy to connect with anyone in the company, and the technology, traits, and genetics you need from any source. Put your stock in the company that puts you first. Rob Seco.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Every day, Central Valley Ag works with our farmers to feed a hungry planet. CVA's Avail T5 uses patented polymer technology to optimize phosphorus performance, making crops healthier and boosting yields while reducing phosphorus loss to the environment. Register to win 160 acres of T5 treatment, valued at over $1,500, when you go online to cvacoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres solutions for every field. 402-413-2400, the number to dial us up with a comment or question, or you can fire off a text. Got one text coming in here from Sam in Omaha. Says, hey, I would say that Nebraska and Tennessee are fairly comparable programs. Yeah, they have great programs in the 90s that have slipped off. He says, what's different for Tennessee? Is it just Josh Heupel? Probably. I mean, I think you got to give Coach Heupel a lot of credit because Tennessee has rolled through a bunch of coaches like Nebraska has over the last 20 years, and Coach Heupel has kind of found the right formula. They are a fun team to watch. I don't know if they beat Georgia Saturday, but that's a good football team.
And the one thing about Tennessee, because again they've had the resources, they've always had really high recruiting classes. Kind of like Texas A&M, they've always had pretty high. The talent has been there. It's just a matter of developing it and putting the product out on the field. And I mean, Josh Heupel is a great offensive mind, and he has been. You know, at Oklahoma, it kind of sputtered at one point, and they parted ways, but I think it ended up being really good for him and Oklahoma at the time. He needed to grow, and it ended up launching his career, because then he, you know, again goes and gets the head coaching job at UCF, and then it opened things up for him once he left Oklahoma. But he's a great offensive mind, and he's another guy that can tailor offenses to what talent he has on that offense. And so, yeah, I think he had the talent. It was a matter of what you put as far as a game plan together to make that thing go. But he's definitely got some good pieces there that have come to fruition.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
They really are. Now, again, they play a really good defense in Georgia Saturday. That should be a tremendous college football game. Two great matchups in the SEC this week. That one, Georgia-Tennessee, and then LSU-Bama is the Saturday night game. So a couple of really cool matchups there. Tennessee, by the way, if you're just joining us, the first college football playoff poll did come out earlier in the hour. Tennessee is 1. Ohio State is 2. And then it goes to Georgia 3, and everybody's favorite Clemson at number 4.
You know what else with Tennessee too? That's the loudest environment I've ever been in, as far as like on the road, a road atmosphere for a team. You know, I've been to Ohio State. I haven't been to Michigan, but when Oklahoma played there, I could not believe you could not even have a conversation on the sideline. I mean, it was loud, and it stayed loud, and they have a loyal fan base, a lot like here too, and a lot of resources. So yeah, I think it is a comparable program, but yeah, you mentioned it. It's fun to watch. It'll be interesting to see how this weekend unfolds.
You know, and the loser is not out of the playoff picture.
It'll probably be 1 and 2.
Yeah, maybe. And you know, somewhere, and I remember I've been to Knoxville a couple different times. They are in so many different. There's so many different population centers within like 500 miles of Knoxville, like your Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, maybe even like Cincinnati. There's so many bigger communities right within. We talk about the 500-mile radius of Lincoln, 500 miles of Knoxville. There's a lot of population they have to recruit to. And with that stadium and their passionate fan base, they have a lot of positives.
Yeah. Nashville's a really up and growing popular city, too. And there's a lot going on there. And, yeah, I think it's easy to travel into, and so easy to get guys to go there. And again, the passion is there, and the fan base is there. And that's a lot of times. I literally just did an interview with Trey Palmer, Mickey Joseph, and both of them alluded to why they wanted to come here was because of the fan support. A lot of that is why people are going to Tennessee too. It's similar in that regard.
All right, our volleyball show coming up next hour. Tomorrow night, we'll have in hour 1 our women's basketball show. Amy Williams will be here in hour 1. Jessica and I will join you for a brief sports highlight event at 7, leading you into Husker volleyball tomorrow night. They're home to take on Indiana. 8 o'clock first serve, 7:30 for pregame coverage, so just 30 minutes of us tomorrow night. We will recap what the coordinators have to say tomorrow. We'll hear from both Bill Bush and Mark Whipple, and it's going to be interesting to see what Mark Whipple has to say about how do you plan for this week? I mean, you may be getting Casey back, but you may not. So I'll be anxious to hear what Coach Whipple has to say tomorrow when he matches up with the media. Buckle up, put that phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. This will be also our last chance to hear from Amy Williams before they start the season. Monday against Omaha, they have that noon tip. Monday's the first day college basketball teams can play, and both the Husker men and women are playing on Monday. So that should be a lot of fun to have that for you tomorrow night with Matt Coady and Amy Williams. You're ready. November's here. It's basketball time, right?
I love this month. I love crossover season.
Should be a lot of fun. Thanks to Andrew for spinning the wheels for us here tonight. Coming up next, JB and head volleyball coach John Cook. Have fun with those guys. They're here to entertain you for the next hour.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. more powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with JTech Solar. JTech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. JTech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
Get a Hy-Vee Plus Premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. For a limited time, get $50 off an annual Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG. That's right, get $50 off a Hy-Vee Plus membership with code SAVEBIG.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we designed the Ford trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 45 years straight. Made for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't designed for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2021 calendar year total sales.
Families who travel to Nebraska's only Ronald McDonald House are facing extremely uncomfortable situations. Their child is sick in an unfamiliar city, unsure of how to handle it all. But when they walk in the Ronald McDonald House, they can find comfort in the little things. A quiet moment away from the bombardment of beeps and buzzes in a hospital room. The taste of a home-cooked meal. A calming voice saying it'll be okay. Help us provide the little things that make a big difference. Support a one-night stay for a family in need by visiting rmhcomaha.org/Huskers.
This is the Husker Volleyball Radio Show with head coach John Cook. Presented by Bank of the West and your Midwest Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com.
Now a free ball to the Huskers outside set. Kubik, kaboom, off the block and down. Kenzie, left side shot. Maddie Kubik, Nebraska, off the dig into the crowd. Big Red, overwhelming defensively. Maddie in system to Ani Evans, quick attack. Pick Alec, kaboom. Woo-hoo. Wow. That's not off a serve. That's out an attack. It's 20-12. Served by Whitney Longstein across to the Boilers. Another bad pass. Passing worse than a Yugo on the Autobahn. Left side swing, block back. Becca Alec had help from Nicolette Hames. It's 8-1 Nebraska. Serve to Becca Alec. Good pass. Left side swing. Kubik, kaboom. Wow. Whew.
Here is your host, John Baylor, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Greetings, Nebraska, and welcome to your Nebraska Volleyball Show on a gorgeous night in Nebraska's capital city. A lot of happy couples out there walking hand in hand, enjoying the unseasonably mild temperatures here in what is early November. In fact, extremely early November, this being the very first day. But the Big Red ready to take on Indiana Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. 402-413-2400. Let's just bring on the star of the show, head coach John Cook. Good evening.
Hey, JB. How are you doing? You enjoying that weather? I see you rode your bike tonight.
Yes. I'm not a big fan of OPEC. A lot of people out there, they love gas guzzlers. They're like, hey, let's help Saudi Arabia. I'm into the whole pedaling by myself.
Yeah, pedaling is great. No, I walked over today from downtown.
Nice.
Yeah, I walked through campus, you know.
We're not helping OPEC.
I don't do that very often, you know, where you get to walk through. But is there anything, there's not many things much cooler than walking through a college campus. In the evening, sun's going down.
Great
it's
point.
great, yeah.
No one's bickering.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting along.
Yeah.
And you just feel the energy, the youthful energy.
You can feel the energy. And then, of course, you know, as you're walking up to the stadium,
yes.
This is exactly what's going through my mind. Like, if I was a recruit and they said, you can play in there, I mean, why would you not want to play in that stadium?
I've been at more than one football game as a fan in the last couple of years and asked myself that very question.
Yeah.
In fact, at the Michigan game, were you at the Michigan game last year? When they turned on the fire for the first time? Have you seen the fire?
I've seen the
third
fire,
quarter?
yeah.
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
when the fire goes. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just asking, and I was looking down, and the Michigan players were dancing around. I'm like, how could you say no to this? This is incredible. Nobody presents sports like the Nebraska Athletic Department.
I agree. And that stadium at night with the lights on, it's beautiful. And then I see every night they light up that football at the top of the north end of the stadium.
Nice.
It's white and red. It looks like a football, big football.
And I love when they put up the I guess what are they called? They're called tweets or something on the big screen. It's like Bill and his kids from Burwell. And it's like there's hope. There's a lot of hope right now.
Yeah, but the thing I have the question on, there's another part of the stadium on the west side that the lights shoot out like to the moon. They're like powerful lights that go out the top of the roof.
The West Stadium's got some power lights?
Yeah, but it comes from the building inside out. I don't know if we're like beaming to Mars or to the moon or beaming somewhere.
We're trying to send out messages.
Could be
to extraterrestrial sources. We're looking for any help we can get. Please, we could use it. Anyway, it's great to have the head coach with us. My name is John Baylor. You can join us 402-413-2400. It's just a gorgeous night. I mean, bottom line is global warming has a silver lining. I'm not. If you're a big fan of polar bears, I don't blame you for being ticked off. But in this very moment, this is unusually warm.
Yeah, but JB up in Wyoming, it's snowing. So
really,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's snowing. It's going to snow for I think like the next 7 days or something.
And Wendy's back.
Wendy's back.
Is she okay with Lincoln still, or is she all?
She loves Lincoln. Yeah, she still loves Lincoln. We were actually talking about that. You know, it's a great town. Great town.
Has she missed it a little bit? You want to spend a little more time here?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She misses it. She's been seeing her friends, and it's a great town to raise a family. We had a recruit here this weekend. The mom was just like she was gushing, and it's growing. You know, when we take recruits and show them the Haymarket and stuff, and of course we drive around downtown. I mean, there's apartments and condos going up everywhere.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's just there's cranes everywhere. They just took down the crane for the performance building here last week.
Is this thing almost done?
Well, when the crane comes down, that's a good sign, because I mean that thing was huge. So that crane's down, and you know, they'll just have portable cranes in there. But that's a big sign, meaning they ain't going up anymore. It's all going into it and finishing the outside. So it's getting close, but I think it's ready this summer.
How would you assess the athletic facilities at Nebraska, specifically what you enjoy at volleyball?
Well, again, I'll from a recruit perspective, in Devaney, it's like a mini Olympic training village. You've got 2 basketball courts, training facilities. You have a wrestling, swimming, 2 gymnastics training facilities, a great indoor track. And then you got the wrestling complex, all in one building. So you're just around athletes, coaches. It's just, there's a great vibe over there. And then, of course, you come over here to the stadium. I mean, we've got, you know, the NAPL, which nobody ever talks about, this new building going in. We've got great weight rooms over here, indoor football, indoor sand court. We have as good as facilities as anybody.
So you think that's true across the board? All the sports, pretty much what is needed is provided.
Yeah, we got a great soccer complex, great tennis.
What's going on with Nebraska soccer right now?
Yeah,
On
unbelievable.
fire.
I know, they're on fire. So cool. We see a lot of those athletes. They work out the same time we do in the mornings, and sometimes I'm over there, and they're. I'll never forget. So they tied a game to somebody, and then they got beat early on in the year. And so I always kid them about ties. Well, how do you play for 2 hours and it's a tie? So let's go play Wisconsin for 2 hours. Okay, it's a tie. Let's go home.
It's like the old days in the 70s. Yeah, it's a tie. All right, everyone head home.
Yeah. So I kid them like, how do you guys do that?
What do they say?
Yeah, they hate it. And so anyway, then they lost. And so one of the players, I just said, how'd it go? And she says, we didn't play very well. We're going to start playing a lot better. And she said, we should have beat those guys. And it was a ranked team they played.
Nice.
And sure enough, ever since then, they've been playing great.
Ohio State wanted no more of that game.
Yeah.
4-0.
Yeah.
4-0 in soccer.
Yeah.
Crushed them.
What's the analogy for football in that?
It's 77-7.
Yeah.
No, 84-7. Minnesota 82.
Okay.
I talked to George Darlington. He said they just kept blitzing.
Yeah.
And so we just kept scoring touchdown after touchdown. It was like 84-7. Maybe they got 14. Anyway, it's like the old days, just running up.
That's a 4-0 in soccer.
That's a 4.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was impressive. I saw Becca Alec at the game. She's a big soccer fan. And right when the whole bandwagon's getting full, they go to Columbus, Ohio, to go play Michigan State.
Yeah.
Play that baby here. The weather we have, the place will be packed.
Yeah.
But that team, I'm rooting. They got to win on Thursday, and then I think they're in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
First time since 2016.
Yeah.
This soccer team's so fun to watch. All right, let's talk about volleyball. Saturday night against Maryland. You guys were bruised, a little down. We chatted on Thursday because that old Wednesday night at Wisconsin, were you pretty pleased with the way they fought back and played their first match after the tough loss?
Yeah, they responded great, and they responded great in practice on Friday before the day before. And we talked about when you get knocked down, you get hit in the mouth, you take a blow. It's how you get up and come back, and they certainly responded really well.
Coach, we're getting these text messages, and people don't want to talk anymore on the air. And one fan says, Coach, look, November 25th is my birthday, and all I want for my birthday is for the Huskers to beat Wisconsin. That'd be the best gift ever. No pressure.
That would be a great gift for a lot of people. So we're working hard toward, we got a lot of matches to play before that. I mean, we had 8 matches left. Wisconsin, Minnesota, the last 2, so we got 6 in between there. But we got to win to put ourselves in a position where that's playing for a championship. So we got a lot of work to do. But I love the energy and the spirit of our team and how hard they're working.
Was that one of your worst performances Wednesday night against Wisconsin, or was it the low point of the season as far?
It was a low. Well, you know what?
Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford. Well, Nicklin went out. That was kind of a. We had just gone to a 6-2. We were. That was an ugly match everywhere. Stanford played ugly too. So I don't. But
25 service errors.
Yeah, but I thought we were going to play great at Wisconsin, And so that's what maybe it feels like, you know, was a big letdown. But you got, you know, again, I'm giving Wisconsin credit. They played great.
Can they play much better, or have they possibly peaked early?
Yeah, if they play much better, I mean, you know, that just write them in for the Natty.
Just start clearing off some shelf space right now in Madison.
Yeah. So
And
they played great.
402-413-2400. Now, one thing the fans, and these are astute fans, these Husker volleyball fans, they know their stuff. They dissected that in the Wisconsin match, they were running a lot of back row attack. Huskers are not running much back row attack, and they're both running similar systems. You said you're working hard on it. How's it looking?
Great. We Kenzie Knuckles hit 500 on it today, so
nice.
Yeah, so
Is Kenzie ticked off? She's not getting set more in the back row?
Yeah, she's calling for the ball now. So she wants the ball, and so we're working on when is a good time to set it, and yeah, so we're incorporating that. We have been. It's just, you know, when you play 3 different setters, it's hard to get in a rhythm, you know, and so we're slowly getting back into a pretty good rhythm. But here's the other problem, John, is we just played 7 out of 9 matches on the road.
Boy.
Okay, and some of those were Sundays. 2 of them were 4-day trips. We don't have time to train. I mean, we missed out on a lot of training. So I'm looking forward to next week. We play Friday, Sunday, so we'll actually get a couple days to train. We got a couple days this week to train. So it's hard to build all that when you're just playing all the time and traveling. So we're going to have a month of November could be a good opportunity for us to really get better and really work on some things.
I thought going to the Wisconsin match that we had the advantage at libero and potentially at setter. And boy, that 18-year-old libero from Turkey for Wisconsin, was she kind of the MVP of that match?
She played really well. She passed well, but her serving was really good. You know, she hit Kaylin Horde serving. We couldn't get out of the way of it. The thing moved. There's nothing. I mean, I don't know what. Run 10 feet out of bounds to get out of the way. So, I mean, that thing really moved. But
she was impressive.
Yeah, she did a very nice job. I mean, she's played her whole life at one of the top clubs. I mean, I think Jordan played at that club in Turkey. It's one of the top clubs in the world.
Jordan Larson?
Yeah, I know. Kelsey Robinson has played at that club, and I think Jordan has.
402-413-2400 if you want to talk to the head coach. We are in the Husker Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, Midwest's premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. And the official co-op of Husker Nation is Central Valley Ag, and invites you to participate in the Nebraska Volleyball Show. Whether you're texting from the tractor, calling from the combines, farmer feedback is always welcomed on the Huskers Radio Network. Indiana, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, Northwestern on Sunday. Northwestern has had a couple nice wins this year. They've beaten Purdue and
Minnesota.
They beat Minnesota.
And they beat somebody else ranked too. I don't remember who it is. But we're not looking past Indiana. Indiana just beat Purdue at Purdue. It was ranked 12th in the country. And who else did they
had some tough losses.
I mean, they just won 4 in a row, and then they just lost to, they just lost again to Purdue. They played Purdue like within 2 weeks, yeah. So they just lost again at Purdue, but they beat them at Indiana.
And they had some tough losses early in the season, but they seem to be getting...
I'm sorry, they beat Michigan at Michigan. That was the other one.
If their nice wins are Michigan State twice, Michigan, Maryland, Iowa, Texas A&M, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. We know them.
Yeah.
We started the season against them. Here's David in Holdridge, Nebraska. Hello, David. You're on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Hey, good evening, Coach. Great talking to you. You know, I'm not in my combine, but it is our harvest season. We have a gift shop here, and we are marking in Christmas freight. So it is really our harvest season. So
cool.
Dave, you got a question or a thought for Coach Cook tonight?
Yeah, I'm intrigued by your itinerary when you're on the road. You probably do ice baths and things when you're at home. Do you do that on the road? And say you're a Monday, Saturday, or a Friday, Saturday. How do you get from point A to point B?
Okay, good questions. First thing is we try to stay in a routine as much as we can, but obviously when you're on the road, we don't have ice tubs to go into and some other things. But we do have some recovery equipment that we use called Normatex, and they're like these big blow-up things that they get inside, and these things push pressure to help flush their muscles out and, you know, put fresh blood into those muscles. So we do that. We have a nutritionist that goes with us that helps us with recovery. Cherry juice is some things. Some people, you know, need more fluids. She's always working with them to recover nutritionally. And we do some, at least once a day, and after we travel, we'll get out and do our strength coach, Brian, will take us through a band program, a stretching program. We have, it's called Hyper Ice. These modalities that they're kind of like, it's like a massage, but it's a machine that does it, that you just kind of hold. Almost like, think of a drill gun, and you're putting that on your sore muscles. Yeah. And then we have some roller things that they roll out on. So we're constantly fine-tuning their bodies, keeping them active, not letting them just sit and get stiff and sore, and which is what will happen. And then travel-wise, we in the Big Ten, we have to charter, because we're going to leave either after the match or the next morning if we have a day in between, or sometimes we leave after the match, go to the next place and play there that day. So you got to charter in the Big Ten, because as Nebraska, every place is far. We can't be bussing it.
Good stuff. Thanks, David. 402-413-2400. The Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse, where you can shop your way from one of the 16 convenient locations or online at woodhouse.com anytime. With 18 brands and a huge selection of pre-owned, you can always find what you're looking for at Woodhouse. And buckle up, put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. I'm John Baylor. We'll continue our conversation with the head coach, John Cook, on your Nebraska Volleyball Show after you hear this.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Sam Pineda with Campus News. Husker students on the debate team and Bateman competition public relations team earned national championships this past year, marking a first for each program. The debate team claimed victory with one of the youngest teams in the country, while the Bateman competition public relations team won their championship by building a PR campaign for the Lymphoma Research Foundation.
Here's to the locals, raised right here in the Western Corn Belt. The strong ones. We help them grow stronger, making world-class genetics research and technology local. The cutting-edge yet common-sense agronomy, the shake-em-up yields. Because we're born and raised here too, and we'll keep raising the bar to ensure you only get the best at Hogemeyer. Raised local, raised right here. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Shop Woodhouse Buick GMC first for your next SUV and experience the difference. We offer a full lineup of SUVs so you can find the one that best suits you and your lifestyle. The GMC Terrain and Acadia offer the perfect blend of tech and safety on the road. Or discover the style, comfort, and cargo space of the Buick Enclave. Plus, we make it easy to shop, finance, and purchase in-store or online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Farmers can make what seems impossible reality with a little hard work and ingenuity. They find solutions to reduce inputs and improve their yield. Valley Irrigation is no different. As the leader in irrigation technology, we deliver results and optimize your operation. Because when you have a vision for the future, you need the people that can make it possible by your side. Expect what's next. Expect what's possible from Valley. Visit us at valleyirrigation.com.
Bump set to the left, Maddie Kubik, blocked back. Great cover by Kenzie. Right side roll shot, Whitney Lonstein, not down. Illinois feeds left. Raina Terry, blocked back. Whitney Lonstein, Becca Allen. All of these blocks by Nebraska opponents are getting covered.
Hey, Huskers fans, tomorrow, join us as Huskers volleyball takes on the Indiana Hoosiers at the Devaney. John Baylor and Lauren Cook-West take to the airwaves at 7:30 p.m. Tune into your local affiliate or at Huskers.com or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
Every day, Central Valley Ag works with our farmers to feed a hungry planet. CVAs of ALT5 uses patented polymer technology to optimize phosphorus performance, making crops healthier and boosting yields while reducing phosphorus loss to the environment. Register to win 160 acres of T5 treatment, valued at over $1,500, when you go online to cvacoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Bank of the West is offering the first checking account designed for climate action. It gives back 1% of the account's net revenue to the planet at no cost to you. Shows you the estimated carbon impact of debit card purchases. And there's no minimum balance required. Learn more at bankofthewest.com/1%. Additional conditions apply. Member FDIC.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Farmers Mutual of Nebraska is proud to support Husker athletics. Having a confident teammate beside you makes all the difference when it comes to protecting what matters most. With a proven track record of dependable coverage, unmatched financial strength, and a prompt claim service team right here in Nebraska, that's insurance kept local. Visit fmne.com to contact an agent for a quote today. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
At Groundworks, we take great pride in helping our Nebraska neighbors keep their homes healthy. From repairing foundations to waterproofing basements to fixing crawl spaces or lifting concrete driveways. We'd like to think our customers choose us because of our attention to detail or the fact that we're the nation's leading foundation solutions provider. What gives our customers the most comfort is we're right here in Nebraska. Visit groundworks.com for a free estimate. Groundworks, foundation solutions crafted with pride. The official foundation company of the Huskers.
Bump set to the left, Matty Kubik blocked back. Great cover by Kenzie. Right side roll shot, Whitney Lonstein not down. Illinois feeds left. Raina Terry blocked back. Whitney Lonstein. Becca Allen. All of these blocks by Nebraska opponents are getting covered.
Hey, Huskers fans, tomorrow, join us as Huskers volleyball takes on the Indiana Hoosiers at the Devaney. John Baylor and Lauren Cook West take to the airwaves at 7:30 p.m. Tune into your local affiliate or at Huskers.com or by using the Huskers mobile app. Go Big Red.
Indiana is next. 8 o'clock first serve Wednesday night. That's tomorrow night. 7:30 airtime on your favorite HRN affiliate. The Hoosiers have wins over Texas A&M, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, both of them. Maryland, Iowa, twice over Michigan State, once over Michigan. They got Murderers Row. At Nebraska, then at Wisconsin, Penn State at home, at Minnesota, Northwestern, at Ohio State, Illinois, and at Maryland. That is a brutal schedule the rest of the way. So they're 13-11, 6-6 in the conference. They've got to somehow steal some wins out of their final 8 for a chance of getting into the NCAA tournament for the first time since Steve Aird arrived. He's one of the Russ Rose coaching mentees in his 5th year now with Indiana after 6 very successful years at Maryland. Text question for you, Coach. Kennedy Orr. Is Kennedy still in the running to get playing time, or are Ani and Nicklin locked in? Any chance of a 5-1 or in it for the long haul at 6-2?
There's a chance for all of the above. We're right now, we feel like the 6-2 with Ani and Nicklin give us the best shot. Kennedy trains every day. She trains on both the A side and the B side, and so Kennedy can be an unbelievable setter. She just has to find that consistency and that rhythm and that confidence, which she's working really hard on.
Is she getting closer?
She's definitely getting closer. She had a great day today, and you know, Kenny does, like I said before, Kenny does some things I've never seen before, and she's also a great blocker and very physical at the net. She's also a great hitter, but the consistency is the key. You know, you gotta be consistent as a setter, and that's, you know, probably the number one thing is, can you put up a consistent ball all the time.
As you get closer to December, can you afford to keep tinkering with the lineup?
We'll have to see. Well, we're going to play a lot of big matches here, and you know, got to see how it goes and how we do, and if we, you know, I'm not. I mean, I like 6-2s. I love 5-1s.
402-413-2400. Coach, I hear a lot of broadcasters say she saw the blocker was late, or she saw the hole in the block. Do the players actually see these holes? If so, how do you train that in real time and not just reviewing it on film?
Well, I think what they're referring to there is, I saw the hole, so I hit in it. Absolutely. We train that. We put up a different, we have different blockets that we put up, and we say, hey, we're taking this away so they can see it hit the other way. We move it around. So it's something that they can train. Again, if the set's there and their feet are there, they can see it and do what they want and hit to the open spots. If the ball's off the net, too high, they're too early, those types of things, the timing's not right, then it makes it harder to see.
Which of your attackers are best at adjusting?
Maddie.
So in the air, she can figure it out and make last
Maddie's great,
choices.
yeah. Maddie's great.
Is she one of the best tool hitters you've ever seen?
Yeah, yeah. Maddie's, she does a great job, and that's why she's such a great player. And I think Lindsay Krause has been starting to hit some shots that I haven't seen in a long time. So I know she's seeing some really good things. It's more of seeing the block and tooling off the block. And she's really good is getting really good at bad sets or tight sets and creating something instead of just getting blocked. So those are the things you see, that they have vision and they can adjust and do something to try not to just get blocked.
How close are you to setting Whitney in the back right, or maybe even Lindsay in the back right?
Not very close.
It's not working quite yet in practice.
No. We're not working on that right now.
How about Becca in the back left?
No.
That's even further.
That's your pipe dream, JB.
You don't got dreams, you got nightmares.
That's right.
Here's Addie in Iowa. Addie, great to have you on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Hey, you had me a couple weeks ago. Coach, how are you holding up on the team's successes and losses? And if you can remember, could you tell the team, go Big Red, and I'm a huge Husker?
Okay, Addie, we know that, and we're holding up great. I mean, we've had 2 great practices this week, and this time of year, like I tell them, you know, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're never staying the same. So what you do, you come in, can we get 1% better each day, and you know, build on that. And this team has done an amazing job all year of being committed to that process. We, you know, as we told them this week on Monday, you have to grind this time of year, and you got to grind for the results you want later in the season.
When Texas lost to Iowa State, I thought, uh-oh, that's actually not good, because that might awaken them. They ran the table last year. They were vulnerable. They easily could have lost to Oregon the night before you beat them down in Austin. And then you got them, and in 4, no less. That was one of the biggest, strongest offensive juggernauts in the history of the sport at this level, and you took them down. They might have been awakened, and then Louisville gets beaten by Pitt. That might have kind of humbled them. Do you think the same impact might have just occurred for Nebraska against Wisconsin?
Well, you know, you always learn from. I mean, you're always going to learn things about your team from a loss. You know, and we were on what did we go 5 or 6 straight sweeps, so you know we were feeling pretty good about ourselves. And then you know, but we got beat pretty good up at Wisconsin. So even though two games were deuce games, it didn't feel good. But we had 2 deuce games. We win those, who knows what happens? And we made a great comeback in game 2 to get close. So we did show a lot of good fight and heart, even though we were way down, and we were right there. But the whole night never felt great.
Mike in Omaha. Mike, great to have you here on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Hey, Coach, can I thank you for the kind word you said about me?
Sure.
Like nominating me for the Hall of Fame, for changing your program.
Yeah.
You're in. Could you elaborate? Could you elaborate and tell me how the hell I changed your program?
Split step. You convinced us to look hard at the split step, and you know, they do it in the back row, they do it in the front row, the setters do it. So I've just really become in tune with a split step. If you watch internationally, all the great players use split steps.
Now, Tyler, you told me Tyler was a huge believer in the split step.
Yes, very,
So hold on.
very
Was it
huge
Tyler
believer.
or Mike in Omaha who brought the split step to Husker volleyball?
Mike was
Mike
talking
Omaha.
split step before Tyler was even probably in high school.
Tyler got all the credit, though, for the split step. He's got the big job at Long Beach now.
Yeah,
Mike in Omaha is still calling us up.
That's right. Mike was.
Can I tell you my recollection?
Yes.
Because I've been bugging the baseball coaches for years to do it, starting with Van Horn.
Infielders should be split stepping.
The infielders at Major League level, they're doing it a lot more than they used to. And I can't believe I bugged Van Horn because he's kind of a scary dude. But with you, my recollection is I was complimenting you guys on how well you were doing it.
Yeah, well, there was times we were doing it. They were doing it on their own. We weren't training it. And I think when you brought it up, I mean, we studied baseball, we studied tennis, and then we talked to our people in the East Stadium here in the lab who study, movement, kinesiology, all that, and it's a natural athletic reaction to use a split step. If you got to move somewhere and go somewhere fast, you naturally do it.
Yeah, body in motion.
Yep.
It's unbelievable how more explosive your jump is. Yep. Your first step is when you do it. And at tennis, at the highest levels, if you don't do it, you lose. It's that simple.
Yeah. So anyway.
Hey, I was happy to hear about Kenzie, and I did bug you about that.
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be great if she could become a big part of our offense?
Yeah, well, we're working on it. That's one thing we're working on.
Mike, do you have any other ideas? We need to get these at least texted in because Kenzie attacked from the back row. That can help. Yeah. And the split step.
The split step, when I call these shows, it's usually BS. But the split step, I actually do it. I'm a tennis guy. And I know when you experience something, you realize sometimes how impressive it is. In this case, I know what I'm talking about. And like you say, the best players in the world do it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You're on it. Hall of Famer.
Thanks, Mike. We're in the Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. And the Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse, where you can shop your way from one of the 16 convenient locations or online at woodhouse.com anytime with 18 brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. You can always find what you're looking for with Woodhouse. How big is this Hall of Fame? Are there any other members from our talk shows over the years, fans who called in with ideas that you've implemented?
Yeah, there's I'd like to get a guy on a combine in the Hall of Fame, and but that's a good question. There used to be a guy from Omaha that used to call all the time. I don't remember his name. We haven't heard from him in a few years.
No, when you were
he knew. I mean, he really knew volleyball.
When you were championing the split step with your Nebraska teams in the early years, were you giving Mike in Omaha approbation, or did you take all the credit yourself?
No, he's in the Hall of Fame. What else can we do?
You're listening to the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we designed the Ford trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 45 years straight. Made for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't designed for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2021 calendar year total sales.
Look, honey, it's a falling star. Let's make a holiday wish.
No, that's a satellite.
Oh, there's another.
No, airplane.
So what are we supposed to wish on?
Let's enter non-winning Nebraska Lottery Holiday Wishes 2X, 10X, or 20X scratch tickets for a chance to win $1, $5, or $10,000. It's the Holiday Wishes Second Chance promotion.
Now the one over there has to be a falling star.
Yeah, sorry, bottle rocket fired off by the college kid next door.
Promotion ends January 4th, 2023. Top prize odds vary by game.
Whether you compete on the court, at the track, on the field, or in the fields, winning isn't just a goal, It's a mindset, shaped, honed, and defined throughout the season. That's why farmers pushing themselves to be the best plant DeKalb brand corn. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
The name on the mailbox may say Smith, Myers, Baumgartner, or Johnson, but when you choose to plant with Rob Seco, it includes your name too, making you a stockholder in a company that's invested in you. With the simplicity that makes us easy to do business with, relationships that bring more to the table, the technology, traits, and genetics that take on local conditions, and people with the know-how to use it. At Rob Seco, the only stockholder we listen to is you.
Every day, Central Valley Ag works with our farmers to feed a hungry planet. CVA's Avail T5 uses patented polymer technology to optimize phosphorus performance, making crops healthier and boosting yields while reducing phosphorus loss to the environment. Register to win 160 acres of T5 treatment, valued at over $1,500, when you go online to cvacoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
To win the game, you gotta have more strength. You gotta be tougher. You gotta be reliable. You gotta want it more than the other guy. And you need a great team you can count on, backing you up the whole time. Whether it's in the field with your Massey Ferguson or on the field with the Huskers, red is the color of getting it done quicker, smarter, and efficiently. So this season, make sure you're checking out the lineup that'll get more done where and when it counts. From your Nebraska Massey Ferguson dealers.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
At Sid Dillon Chevrolet, we help you find vehicles designed with purpose and function, prioritizing safety, technology, and the dependability you need. Visit our Chevy locations in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo to shop in-stock and inbound inventory or to order your new vehicle. And as your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles, including medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Chevy, find new roads.
SOS to the rescue. SOS to the rescue.
As the Huskers head to halftime, Frank is off the couch and headed for the fridge. Ooh, but he can't make it because he is so cold. The furnace is out again. SOS, he screams, and calls SOS Heating and Cooling, his favorite Luxair dealer trusted since 1950. With Luxair, you get a free 10-year labor warranty with a new system. SOS Heating and Cooling.
SOS to the rescue. SOS. SOS.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Dear gas prices, go take a hike. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. The Toyota hybrid lineup brings efficiency with power, savings with style, and top-notch tech to keep you connected. Not to mention plush premium interiors and the most advanced Toyota safety features. So, now you know who you're talking to. Toyota, the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years. Toyota, the brand with a hybrid or electric vehicle for every driver. Toyota, the brand that helps save you money at the pump. Now, let me ask you a question, dear gas prices. You really think you can stand in the way of the #1 retail brand for electrified vehicles for 22 years? Think again. Toyota Hybrids. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer estimate CY 2000 through 2021 sales.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Welcome back to your Nebraska Volleyball Show. Your Huskers 19-2, 11-1 in the Big Ten Conference face Indiana's Hoosiers 13-11, 6-6 in the Big Ten. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., we take to the air at 7:30 on your favorite HRN affiliate. And, Coach, quick question from a text. Do you think that Kenzie Knuckles could be a 6-rotation player at a lot of schools?
Yes, no question.
At her height?
Yeah.
She's 5'9"?
Yeah. Now, it wouldn't be in the Big Ten. I mean, we let her play front row in practice. She has a hard time killing the ball. But she, let's trying to think, if you went, smaller schools, lower level, Summit League, for example, I mean, she'd probably be a great outside hitter.
Here's Joe in New Jersey. Hey, Joe, great to have you on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Hey, guys. I had two questions. One of them was kind of this season focused, and then the other one was a little bit more general. Coach, one of my favorite wrinkles in the offense last year, sometimes on serve receive or like on a free ball, you would run the middle behind and let Lindsay come in when she was front row opposite and run like the 2-ball.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty high efficiency play. I know Wisconsin's Duello a few years ago used to like feast on it.
Yeah.
Is that still something you guys practice and are able to incorporate in the offense?
Yeah, we ran that a couple weeks ago. We ran it a couple times. It's something that we keep in our playbook, and it's something we can run. She's pretty good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And then the other thing I wanted to ask just was I like looking back on previous seasons, just kind of fond memories of players that have come and passed. It's been 10 years since that 2012 season for you guys, so I wanted to ask, what do you remember about Hannah Worth and Gina Mancuso, and what made them special as players? Thank you. I'll listen off air.
Thanks, Joe.
Well, they were true 6-rotation players. They went played all 6 rotations, front row, back row, hit out of the front row, back row. They both were good passers, good defenders, good blockers for their size, and they both had great arms. They got us a lot of kills, so they were two great players. That team probably should have gone to the Final Four, but we ran into Oregon, I think, in the regional final. And what was her name? Do you remember her name?
Yeah.
She ended up being the MVP, National Player of the Year.
Yep.
Alicia?
She got to the championship match.
Yeah, they got the championship. And she just was on fire against us. She had a career night. I don't know how many kills she had. We couldn't stop her. It
was Oregon, Penn State, and then Texas against Michigan in the 2012 Final Four.
Yeah. So we had a great opportunity with that team, and they won a lot of matches here and had great careers.
Hannah and Gina also had professional athletes for dads.
Yeah, that's true. That's right.
Here's Carla in Lincoln. Great to have you, Carla. You're on the Nebraska Volleyball Show.
Yeah.
Good evening, gentlemen. My question is concerning the I know it's state tournament time now for volleyball, and I know obviously you're in the midst of your season. Is there someone that's responsible for paying attention to state and/or tournament and/or touring the state looking for talent from Nebraska? And I'll listen and hang up. And thank you both.
Thanks, Carla.
Carla, I have an assistant coach. That's all he does is pay attention to talent and who's where. And he knows everybody in the state, every town. He knows all the top players in the country, and it's yes, it's a big priority. We start recruiting in the state of Nebraska and go out from there. So that's and if you look at our team right now, we have 3 players from Waverly on our team just to start with.
But you do recruit at other schools.
Yes,
yeah, we do. The state.
We do recruit at other schools, and we've got yes, we do. We have Omaha Scott represented.
Very nice.
The Waverly kids. Papillion South has been really good to Nebraska volleyball with some great players, all Americans, and so we're constantly looking. We're always looking out west too, and for players out there. So we scour the state. Yes.
The Nebraska State volleyball tournament. What a spectacle.
Yeah.
Is there anything like it? Are there other states with similar talent under one roof?
Well, I think if you per
capita,
if you look per capita, it's not even close. Yeah. But the level of volleyball, what's so impressive is even the small schools, the D schools, they play really good volleyball. It's just everybody plays really good volleyball. They just don't have the size and the athleticism that Class B or Class A school will have.
And I like the boys from the school. They all show up for the game and everything.
Yeah.
But I say keep your shirt on.
Yeah. Well, I just remember when my daughter played that they did the whiteout one year,
Yep.
and a blackout one year. Is pretty cool. But they have fun, and they're very creative. They're fun to watch. I actually saw, I think it was at Waverly, somebody that was leading the student section. I tried to hire him to come and lead our student section here at Nebraska. I'm not sure they ended up coming here. That's what happened. But I was reaching out, trying to track her down, or I didn't know if it was a guy or a girl, but I was reaching out, and they found out I don't think they were coming to Nebraska, so it all kind of fell apart.
You're 3 out of 4 recruiting Waverly in recent years. Dorothy Lynch, Homestyle and Light and Lean Dressing. Endless flavorabilities. Nebraska 811 says, go dig red. Before you dig, always call or click 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free, it's easy. It's the law. More Nebraska Volleyball Show after you hear this.
At Nebraska, our people will always be our greatest asset. Day by day, donors give our teams the best opportunity to compete and win through their generous donations. Our vision for the future is ambitious and requires help from those who want to see Husker athletics excel at the highest level. Go big and join thousands of other Huskers Athletic Fund members with your gift today at huskers.com/donate.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
One of the best Thanksgiving traditions is football, and this year one of the best ways to celebrate that tradition is to hit the road with the Huskers and AAA. This year's annual Black Friday game will be played in Iowa City, and AAA is giving Huskers fans a chance to win a road trip package, including 2 game tickets, a gas card, and hotel accommodations. Enter now for a chance to win at huskers.com/AAA road trip. Again, that's huskers.com/AAA road trip. Expect something more with AAA.
Husker fans, in honor of the 50th anniversary of Title IX, we are taking a look back at some of the female Husker trailblazers who proved that more is possible. Today we honor Karen Jennings, one of the top student athletes in the history of collegiate women's basketball, excelling both on the court and in the classroom. You can find Karen Jennings' name all throughout the Husker record books. Nebraska's all-time leading scorer, averaging over 20 points per game throughout her career from 1989 to 1993. Jennings also owns the single game scoring record, as well as the single season scoring record, averaging over 25 points per game as a junior. As a senior in 1993, she was recognized as the nation's best women's basketball player and the sport's top student athlete, winning the Margaret Wade Trophy given to the nation's most outstanding player, along with being named the COSIDA Women's Basketball Academic All-American of the Year. A 2-time Conference Player of the Year and a 3-time First-Team Academic All-American, Jennings became the only female student athlete at Nebraska to be enshrined in the COSIDA Academic All-America Hall of Fame. She helped lead Nebraska to the first NCAA tournament win in school history in 1993. She is also the first Husker to have her jersey retired. Today, Karen Jennings is one of the most successful realtor agents in the state, voted as a Best of Omaha winner for Best Realtor every year the past 10 years. This Title IX Spotlight is proudly brought to you by Bank of the West. Women-owned businesses are vital to a thriving culture of entrepreneurship, innovation, and responsible contribution to community and the planet. Bank of the West is proud to provide resources, training, and solutions to help you achieve your goals. Learn more at bankofthewest.com. Member FDIC.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hey, Husker fans, it's time to gear up for the season. So let's do it right. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more. Shields has everything you need to show your Nebraska pride. Visit our fan shop online or in-store for the biggest and best brands in the game. You'll find the right gear to level up your team spirit with all the essentials for your pregame parking lot party. Shields, proud partner of Husker Athletics and football fans everywhere.
More Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic care first. Studies show that chiropractic is safe, drug-free, and the most effective treatment option for back, neck, and joint pain. It can also help patients of all ages reduce migraines, improve mobility, and maximize athletic performance. Keep the entire family healthy and active with natural, cost-effective chiropractic care. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Welcome back to the Nebraska Volleyball Show. Mike from Canada texts, Coach, how do you feel about ditching the slide set? If middles ran quicks, wouldn't that give us opportunities for the BIC, the back row middle attack?
I'm a little confused by that question because we have ditched the slide.
Because you have three attackers.
We have three attackers, yeah. And we can run. There's a couple times we'll run it in transition or when Nicklin half a rotation when Whitney Sears will be up there, so we can run it there. And Becca's done a great job on that. But what he's saying is you know, the slide actually opens up the BIC more because it'll take one of the blockers has to leave, so it opens it up. When you run a middle up the middle, it doesn't really open it up as much. But in the men's game, they're so good, it's so fast, and you can't tell whether it's going to the quick or the BIC. They're really good at running it. The women's game hasn't evolved to that point yet.
Lawrence Divon's made a living running that slide.
Yeah, yep.
But you can't really do it when you have three attackers unless you do that little mini crisscross.
Right, mini crisscross. That's a good call on that.
Meanwhile, Coach Karai recently made quite a comment about Jordan Larson, calling her the greatest American volleyball player of all time.
Well, if you look at her, she's won a bronze, a silver, and a gold. She's played in all the top club teams in the world. She's, of course, won a national championship here. So if you look, and the length of her career, I mean, I think she's 36 years old right now, and still playing at the highest level in the world, and was the MVP of the Olympics. So you tell me who else has done all that.
Do you think she'll play one more?
I don't know. You know, I think she's at a point. They need her. She's at a point where physically, I think she can still do it.
Wow.
The question is, you know, she just finished as the MVP and gold medalist. Do you really want to come back? I mean, do you want to just end on that? And, of course, but look at Tom Brady. I mean, Tom Brady's older than she is, and he's way older than she is.
Yeah,
he's in his 40s.
45.
Yeah, and so, you know, he keeps trying to win Super Bowls. So it just depends on, you know, I mean, we have to ask her that.
How about you? Do you still have a lot of gas left in the tank? You want to keep coaching?
Oh, yeah, having a blast.
Well, we're not giving out the phone numbers. We're almost done. Indiana's on Wednesday night, and you never overlook an opponent. And if you would, then you'd notice Northwestern's on the schedule on Sunday to have afternoon at 1 o'clock, but you don't look forward to that. Indiana 6-6 in the conference. That's solid. Got a really tough schedule forthcoming. What do they do well?
Well, what's going to be fun for our fans, first of all, it's an 8 o'clock match, so it's going to be late night. Yeah.
Get in an afternoon nap.
What time's Love Library close? I mean, maybe those guys will come over.
Nice.
But they have two jump servers. So we haven't seen jump servers in a while. Two jump servers. They got a lefty setter who will hit the second ball. And they got a really nice left side hitter who's really good. She's top 5, I think, in the conference in kills per game. So they're a very good team. And again, the jump serving is, I think they're first or second in aces per game right now in the Big Ten. So, forces you to prepare for that.
November and December. We call it around here Michaela Fecki time. She never lost.
Yeah, I know.
In these 2 months. Players know what time of year it is?
I'll remind them of that tomorrow. It's Michaela Fecki time.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, JB.
His Huskers, your Huskers, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, 7:30 air time. I'm John Baylor. Good night, Nebraska.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
For 46 years, our focus has been our customers at Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont. Come see for yourself how easy buying your new car, truck, or SUV at Sid Dillon can be. Stop by our dealership in Fremont to order your new vehicle and shop in-stock and inbound inventory. And if you need a commercial vehicle, we're your GMC Business Elite dealer. Shop at SidDillonBuickGMC.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid minerals with protein or Redmond natural mineral salt for livestock or humans, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blahorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com. Triple B Feed, helping you and your cattle.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Sam Pineda with Campus News. For the 5th straight year, the University of Nebraska system is a top 100 patent-earning institution. NU system researchers were granted 43 patents in 2021, with UNL researchers named as inventors on 25 of these patents. Husker patents include 3 projects with partners at the University of Nebraska Medical Center and 6 patents for a surgical robot developed by faculty in the College of Engineering.
Farmers can make what seems impossible reality with a little hard work and ingenuity. They find solutions to reduce inputs and improve their yield. Valley Irrigation is no different. As the leader in irrigation technology, we deliver results and optimize your operation. Because when you have a vision for the future, you need the people that can make it possible by your side. Expect what's next. Expect what's possible from Valley. Visit us at valleyirrigation.com.